kind of knew you were that kind of guy. I knew you
Yeah,
were that
it
guy.
is. It is. That's me. So it's not something that I looked at somebody else across the street and wow, they're doing a great job of cleaning and looks like they're making a lot of money. I think I'll jump into that industry. No, my heart led me there. My mind formed a business, and with my family support and my staff support, we've grown to about 33, 35 people right now. And we had to pivot during this COVID time, reinvest in our education, reinvest in, COVID is one disease or one virus. What about everything that's going to come after that? We need to be prepared for this, right? Whether it's man made or China made, whatever, right? As a label, made in China, right? Who knows, right? I'm not going to speculate, but I am absolutely upset that our world economy, our people, our communities literally stopped, put the brakes on. And it's really irritating to me. We clean several restaurants, and one of them is Henry's in Ackworth. And the poor man, I mean, he cares so much about cleaning. We clean there 6 days a week. That's how much he cares about cleaning. That's how much he cares about making sure when you come in, the facility is clean. He had to shut down because of COVID. When now we have a product, about a month ago, I discovered this product that is once the surfaces are clean, we come in with electrostatic fogging machines, we spray a disinfectant. We wait for the dwell time to kick in, which is about 10 minutes. Once that is dry, we follow up with a 90-day protectant with a different electrostatic fogger. And that protectant remains active. If you can just think about these tentacles constantly working on the treated surfaces. So when a virus or germ tries to sit on that, it destroys it. So it won't allow it to continue to spread or grow for 90 days. Now, how do you know this works? I'm just as skeptical as many others. And if I'm going to put my name on it, then I'm going to do my homework. So I went up to Chicago. The founder, the scientist that came up with this product 15 years ago, Ron, flew in from New Jersey. We met. He spoke to us about the product and how it's used, who uses it. Then we went to the manufacturer because I wanted to see where is it made? Is this a legitimate location? Is it just some kind of a factory that's made up? Oh no, totally legit. Totally legit. I'm like, okay. So every time we did something with him, our faith in him grew, continued to grow. Then he trained us on 250,000 square feet of Class A office space in a downtown Chicago building overlooking Lake Michigan. We signed NDA, so we can't really talk about names and all that. But when you look at who hired us to do this, Ron didn't hire us technically. The company,
Does it
these
start
are
with an O?
people. Sorry?
Does it start with an O and then with an H? Or A?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I wish. Is she listening or he? A week later, we went to a 5+ star resort in Wisconsin, 186 suites, 120,000 square feet of additional space. We disinfected every single inch of that place. So when we know who's using this, I can tell you the NBA Nets, New Jersey Nets are using this, the New York Red Bulls, the Trump organization is using this product. So I do hope he's listening because I'll take that million, build a school, and we'll teach people how to clean. I promise. Some really big companies, New Jersey Police Department, public schools, a lot of people up there are using this now. And the reason it's more concentrated up there is because that's where Ron's from.
Okay.
And that's why we're bringing it here. We're distributors of this product and we bring it here to our local community. to give people peace of mind.
Okay, so I have two more questions because I know you have to go. One is, what three tips would you give an entrepreneur
Regarding,
regarding their business? Because so many people want to start a business, they leave a 9 to 5, they don't understand what it's like when you're working for a company, what that person had to do. So they think they can just
mm,
open up a business. So, three tips you would give an entrepreneur on how to sustain their business.
I can share with you how we've sustained it. First is a commitment. My wife and I talked about this long and hard, and it's like, okay, once we're in it, it's a very unknown. Once we're in it, there's no turning back because we started this business back in 2, 3 time frame with about $35,000. And every bit of money we made went back into the business. At that time, we were simultaneously, and don't be afraid of working hard and long hours because you're going to be working in the business and you're going to be working on the business simultaneously. If you are afraid of doing that, entrepreneurship is not for you. If it offends you, that's not my intention. But let me save you some trouble. But if you're willing to work in the business, work on the business at a simultaneous rate, utilize technology nowadays. It's the best thing. Hire great people. It's so important. I have some awesome people that know a lot about different things that I don't know about. So I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. I'm honest about it, and I just say, "You do it because I don't want to do that." And they're happy to do it because that's their strength. My wife and I work beautifully together. We've been married 34 years, and we have a good working partnership. We have a good marriage. We have a great marriage, but we have a great way to work with each other. If you're going to work with your spouse, that's a different conversation. Look at Jackie.
I can't do it. I admire the way you and Asha work together because in my office, I want to strangle my husband sometimes because I'm like, dude, so we know we can work in separate rooms if we're working in a business together, which he helps me, but we can't work the day to day. I just admire you and Asha because I don't know how you do it because I can't.
But we separate our responsibilities, as you see when you're
Right.
here. We separate our responsibilities and it works beautifully. I don't interfere with what she does. She doesn't interfere with what I do. And when we have a staff meeting on a weekly basis, we go over things. And that's it. Do we always succeed at not taking it home? No, it happens. But you do have to learn to continually have the separation, have the gaps. Don't allow those kind of things to hurt your personal relationships. It's not worth it. But have a commitment. Don't do something because somebody else is doing it and they're successful at it. Do something that comes from here, your heart. Do something that takes care of people. In our case, I feel like a lot of times we're in the people business, my staff and my clients. Jackie, if you just look at a clock, and this is how we run our business, look at a clock. At 12 o'clock is Asha and I. You draw an arrow to 3 o'clock. That's my staff. From the staff, you draw another arrow down to 6 o'clock. Those are my clients. You take the arrow, go up to 9. That's the business. And you take the arrow from there and go back to RJ and Asha. So you have a full circle. RJ and Asha's responsibility is directly to my staff. Empower them, train them, give them all the tools and every bit of education, whatever they need to succeed. Then they will go take care of the clients. The client's responsibility is to the business. And you wonder, well, how? Well, pay us on time. We have an agreement, not contracts. Pay us on time. Don't make us chase you. Hey, go on Google and review us. We have a software that's called Quality Driven. Every time we clean for you, we send you this Quality Driven email. Please respond to it. If we did great, let my staff know because we reward them. If we didn't do so well, If we get anything less than a 5 star, if we get a 4, we're on the phone. Alma's on the phone. Hey, Jackie, so what kept us from getting the 5 star? Because we're fighting for our staff. And it could be something as simple as, oh, I didn't realize it went up to 5. Or my pantry wasn't clean today. Okay, I'm coming back to take care of that because I want to make sure my staff gets a 5 star. So you got to have a drive for people, a passion to want to make sure that you take care of them. Are you always going to succeed? No, because when you're in business, you're dealing with people. And when you're dealing with all kinds of people, you're going to run into some folks that are just
Mhm. Mhm.
not pleasable. Okay.
And I want people to see this is why I'm so glad you're my mentor because when I get compliments from people and I'm like, okay, this is what RJ would do. Because you're just a great person and you and your wife have a wonderful marriage. And I love that you guys work together. The last question I want to ask is because everyone knows how I feel about the chamber. So I want to ask you for the businesses that are out there that are in Cobb County that are
Mhm.
struggling with why should I join the chamber? Yeah, Jackie talks about it all the time, but we want to hear someone else talk about it. Why should they join the chamber? What is the benefit for them to join the chamber?
Everybody has this desire, a sense that they want to belong to something, an association. An association, the word itself means to belong. To belong or to associate yourself with the Cobb Chamber of Commerce is one of the greatest things you can do. The Cobb Chamber of Commerce here in Cobb County, in our own backyard, I'm telling you, most people won't realize it's one of the top in the entire country. Okay. And just knowing that much, even the leader, Sharon Mason, just an amazing CEO, her staff, Dana Johnson, those people just work hard at making Cobb County continually the best place to live, work, and play. And they mean it. You have to go and visit them. You have to go see what they do. I'm on the chamber board and the executive board. So I have an in with these people. I see their work and I'm just like, wow. Why should you belong? Because it's a great group of people that you want to be associated with. And if it's sometimes intimidating, it's a natural feeling, but don't allow that to stop you. Take a Jackie, take an RJ, link with us. We'll walk you in these meetings.
We will, and but I want to add with that, there's a new, logo. And basically, what I love about the Cop Chamber, you can have a seat at the table. They've created, because, and here's another thing, as an African American woman, I'm going to speak, elephants in the room. I'm going to say we have a diversity and inclusive council where Sharon Mason and all the leaders of Cobb, the chamber, they are so focused on, they want to include everyone. That's why we have this thing where it's called Have a Seat at the Chamber. You have a voice, you're not going to be overlooked. And I don't want, if you're African American, don't feel like you can't join the chamber because you're seeing the good old white boys or whatever. The chamber has helped my business. So I believe you're doing yourself a disservice by not joining the chamber. Come look, like RJ said, contact him, contact myself. I'm not getting paid for this. But
Yeah.
I do believe in sharing is caring. And you guys know I'm all about sharing is caring. And I'm always going to be talking about it. So this is one of those sharing caring is moment that I know this is RJ's interview at PCT Disinfecting, but I want people to understand that if you have a business, you don't have to do it by yourself. There's a phenomenal organization and it's Cobb Chamber of Commerce that they're willing to help you. Believe me, I was intimidated. Yes, me, I do get intimidated. And when I walked in, they were pleasant. Sharon Mason is the president of Cobb Chamber. How many women presidents do we have that are presidents of the chamber? And she knows her stuff, and she was elected for another 3 years,
Yes.
and these people are welcoming. So, okay, RJ, here's my question. One last question. I keep saying one last, this is the last question. What's your favorite soccer team?
All right. So technically, I have two.
Uh, RJ, you're a traitor. It
No,
better
I'm
not be
not.
in the United
No, I'm
States.
not.
The other one better not be in the United States.
Well, my most favorite team is Manchester United.
Okay, so you're good. You're good. Okay,
I was
okay.
born and raised in England. My wife is from Manchester. And, why don't I support Arsenal or somebody like that? No, Manchester United. And here locally, of course, I have been a season ticket holder, founding member of the Atlanta United.
Wait,
So,
you forgot. You said the Atlanta United. They won. So we need to
oh,
call.
yeah.
Come on. We need to talk about the
Oh,
championship. Not just
yes.
the Atlanta United, the champions, you know?
The MLS 2018 champions.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay, it's just been a pleasure speaking to you. And I'm glad you broke it down about the cleaning solution that you can actually put on a table and, it's not spreading. So now when I'm talking about it, I can say it in more better English, just watching the interview. So now I know how to explain it better, to be perfectly honest. And I just want to thank you for being on the Women Are Worthy show. Thank you for being a great person in the chamber, a fabulous mentor. I can come to you with anything, and you're just phenomenal. Your wife, just love your relationship, and I just love her for being the queen that she is. So without further ado, we want to thank everyone for tuning into the Women Are Worthy show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on Facebook. It's the Women Are Worthy Show. We're also on Instagram, the Women Are Worthy Show. And yes, we're now on YouTube. It's the Women Are Worthy Network. So don't forget to, follow us, like us, subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at womenareworthy@gmail.com. So without further ado, I want everyone to have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Please remember to stay safe. And I need you to call PCT Disinfecting. Someone wants to know, are you in New York? Are they in New York?
We can go depending on what needs to happen. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
And I'll give you the information, T, on who he is because I need you to spread the word on them because I'm telling you, when I go into his office, oh my goodness, I'm okay. I don't even want to wear a mask. Don't tell anyone I said that.
So, Jackie, we want to spread the word, not the virus. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. We want to spread the word. Yes, not the virus. That was a good catch. So we want to spread the word on what he's doing. We want to educate people more about
Yes.
his
Yes.
company and what they're doing because we can maybe calm the fears of what people
Yes.
are feeling because I'm hearing it as well. So
Mhm.
I'm not the only one that's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And thank you for taking care of Henry's because, he's a staple in Ackworth area. So again, RJ, thank you for just being a wonderful person. Thank you for helping us. So now I'm not paranoid when I go out. So, I,
Absolutely.
so have a great evening. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.